The Minions are back, and so is Gru, his little girls Margot, Edith, and Agnes, and idealistic mate Lucy Wilde. Yet another sequel among the several anticipated sequels in 2017 to delight us all. It's been 4 years since the last part released. Time flies, doesn't it? Especially when we've had 2 titles, fun-packed with the escapades of silly minions, the cuteness overload of the girls, and the sweet accent of Gru, among many other factors that made the movie feel afresh every time we've watched it. And about the 3rd installment? No spoilers, folks. Gru's got a bro? A twin bro? What? Who's the sleazy dancer thief? He's already pulled off a pretty charming heist in the trailer. Well, that's an overdose of excitement for us, and so we at Movie House have compiled 20 interesting facts about Despicable Me 3. Enjoy! Fact 1. Steve Carell has voiced Gru since the first movie, but according to sources, the actor has categorically stated that this will be his last Despicable movie. That's a little sad to hear, but the good news is that the actor has said that he would be happy to lend his voice to any cameos that may come his way for the Minions movies. Fact 2. There's another actor that will not be part of the franchise anymore. In fact, she's not even a part of Despicable Me 3 either. Until now, Agnes was voiced by Elsie Fisher, but little Elsie is all grown up now, and the producers feel that Elsie's voice does not match that of little Agnes anymore. So Agnes is now voiced by Nev Sherrill. Fact 3. Gru and Drew are twin brothers in the movie. They share more than just a face. They have the same voice artist bringing them to life as well. Yes, Steve Carell is the man behind both Gru and Drew. Fact 4. You may know Alan Tudyk of Firefly fame. He has worked as a voice artist in super successful animation movies like Frozen, Zootopia, and Big Hero 6, among many others. He was initially approached for the role of Balthazar Brat. However, things did not work out and the role went to Trey Parker. Fact 5. Trey Parker. You never thought you'd be seeing this one name attached to a children's movie, did you? But here we are. You may know him as the co-creator of South Park, which is definitely not a kids show. Go watch it if you haven't already, and you'll know what we're talking about. His filmography includes movies like Team America World Police, The Aristocrats, Terror Firmer. Do we need to keep going? You get the picture. So, Trey Parker in a kids flick? This'll be interesting to watch. Fact 6. Trey Parker is a father, and according to him, his kids are the sole reason he said yes to the role. He wanted to be a part of a movie his kids could watch. Well, there's your explanation. Fact 7. Trey Parker has done a lot of voice acting gigs, but Despicable Me 3 is actually the first movie that Parker will be lending his voice to, which was not directed by him. Fact 8. Lucy Wilde was voiced by Kristen Wiig, who, interestingly enough, also lent her voice to Ms. Hattie in the first installment. Fact 9. Despicable Me 3 is getting a technical upgrade. All of Illumination Entertainment's previous productions were made with an aspect ratio of 1.85 to 1 widescreen. However, this will be the first time that the company is experimenting with a 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. Fact 10. With Despicable Me 3, Jenny Slate is returning to work under the Illumination Entertainment banner for the 3rd time. Her first 2 films with the producer were The Lorax in 2012 and The Secret Life of Pets in 2016. Fact 11. It will be the first time for Eric Goulian, production designer for Illumination Entertainment, to co-direct a movie. Fact 12. Illumination Entertainment has successfully delivered many lighthearted comedies over the years. It is one of the most profitable animation studios in Hollywood today. You may have noticed that when the credits roll, there is a core group of artists that always appear with Illumination. These include Eric Goulian, Kyle Balda, Pierre Coffin, Ken Dario, and Cinco Paul, among others. The studio has invested in these people, unlike others who invest in idea, and this formula has worked like a charm for the better part of the last decade. Fact 13. Margot, Edith, and Agnes have been adopted by Gru, but if the rumor mills have it right, the latest movie is featuring the kid's real mom. That would be quite a turn of events. Fact 14. The trailers for Despicable Me 3 show far less minions and a lot more family than the previous Despicable Me. The focus of this movie is clearly the Gru family, which will be a welcome change. Fact 15. Balthazar Brat is no ordinary villain. He has a style and he owns it. If you're a fan of the 80s, you will find this movie quintessentially charming, with all the shoulder pads, big hair, and the drama that is characteristic of the 80s. Fact 16. In the movie, Lucy did marry Gru, but she kept her maiden name, so she's still Lucy Wilde. Fact 17. Balthazar Brat will remind you of Michael Jackson because the movie makers have approached the character that way. It's more of a tribute to the legend. Fact 18. Of course, Trey Parker will have an influence on the character. There is a scene where Balthazar Brat starts breakdancing and it's cool. This particular sequence is reminiscent of South Park's Michael Jackson episode. It looks like Trey Parker may have had more influence on the character than we thought. Fact 19, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, created by Trey Parker, was released on June 30, 1999. Despicable Me 3 will be released exactly 18 years later on June 30, 2017. That's a nice coincidence. Fact 20, although not deliberate, both of the earlier Despicable Me movies were released in July. This will be the first to be released in June. The Despicable Me franchise has had an impressive track record and an increasing fan following over the years. We hope the studio continues to do what they do best. That's all, folks. Hope these facts will suffice to fuel even more fascination for the flick. And do let us know in the comments if we've missed out on anything. Also, let us know what you'd like to have us feature on our next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, this is Movie House signing off.